Hey, it's Craig, WRNM 382. Radioddity's come out with a new GMRS handheld, the GM-30 Plus, and we're going to look at it right after this. The items you get in the box: you get an owner's manual, a tactical TED earpiece and microphone, a USB cable and plug for charging, a wrist strap, belt clip, antenna, 2500 milliamp hour battery, and the radio. Now take a quick look at the radio. Starting with the left side, on the top you'll notice this programmable button. It has a flashlight on it. However, there is no flashlight anymore because that was replaced with a GPS antenna. This will get you the alarm though. Just press and hold and you get that. Press it again to turn it off. A quick press gets you the commercial FM station, and it can be changed to another option. Center button is your push to talk. This bottom button, quick press, gets you the commercial FM stations again. Hold it to open monitor. On the top you have your antenna, transmit receive indicator light, the GPS antenna right here in the center, little hole for the wrist lanyard, the power and volume knob. On the right side, open this flap and you have your ports for any kind of accessory, be it a programming cable or external microphone. On the front you have your screen. Pushing this, the menu button, obviously gets you into the menu. Hit the exit to get out. You can also set up a timer so that it'll automatically kick you out of the menu. P1 button will switch you from VFO to memory. The P2 button, you click that fast and it switches you from band A down to band B. Press and hold the P1 button and you can see the voltage. Press and hold the P2 button and it brings up the GPS. When in menu, just use this indicator right here, this round disc, and that'll get you through the menu items. Then you have your basic 10 keypad for locking the keyboard, doing scan, moving around the menu, inputting frequencies. And you have a 2500 milliamp hour battery, which is USB-C chargeable. And it does have an indicator light to show you if the battery is charging or fully charged. You also have to screw this battery in, so you'll never have to worry about it falling out. The SK2 button down here is fully programmable. The options they allow you to do is FM radio, scan, search, or Vox. The menu isn't too bad. There are a couple of errors, but they're not huge, so it's easy to understand. It's pretty much your basic menu or manual. Gives you information about the menu items, CT, CSS, and DCS tables. The most important part of this manual is going to start on page 28. And that's the information about setting up and using the GPS function. At the time of filming this video, the radio is going for $36.99 if you buy a single pack. But if you get a 2-pack, it goes to $55.99, which is basically $28 a piece. Plus you get 15-inch antenna for each one and a programming cable. It's supposed to do 5 watts, has 1,000 memory channels. It can receive NOAA, UHF, VHF, and airband. Has GPS tracking on it. You can do up to 10 zones. Here it shows some of the GPS tracking that you can do. And here it talks about the 8 bands that you can receive. You can transmit on the GMRS ones, but you can only receive, you have your commercial FM, then you have the UHF, VHF, NOAA air bands. You have the 1.25 meter, 350 to 390. The color display is nice, however, in bright sunlight, it's not so happening. Here they talk about what you get in the box. And the only difference is on the 2-pack, you get the two 15.5-inch antennas and 1 programming cable. Let's take a quick look at the menu. Go ahead and enter it. Now, right on top, you see that they have banks now, which is kind of handy. Like for me, I go to Las Vegas a lot. My son lives in Texas, so when I'm out there, this way I can divide where I want to have repeaters set up. Talks about your scanning, radio settings. So we do a lot of the general stuff for your radio. It is nice how everything is broken down. Programming a channel, which is very simple with this radio. And you don't need the software to input a tag. The GNSS, that's your GPS. Let's go in there, make sure it's on if you want. And this gives you the radio info so you can see what firmware and hardware you're using. Now we're going to program a repeater into the radio. First thing we're going to do is put it in VFO and using the P1 button, just hit it real quick and now you're in VFO. Then go into menu, toggle down until you get to program channel, hit menu again and enter your receive frequency, which is this case 462.675. Go ahead and lock it in. Transmit power, you can check on that if you want. Make sure you're still in high. Bandwidth, make sure you're wide. If you have a receive CTCSS, enter it there, or receive DCS. We're going to do a transmit CTCSS, and we want 146.2, and you can just hold the down arrow to get there quicker. Lock it in. Don't have to worry about encryption or signaling. This channel MDF, that lets you decide if you want the channel to show the name, the frequency, or the channel number. We're using name. We don't have to worry about mute or busy lockout. Enter your offset. Save it once you're done. Direction, in this case we want plus. Channel memory, let's go ahead and put it in channel 35. And again, you can press the down arrow to get there a little quicker. And you can also delete channels through here if you like. And then it starts over. Exit, exit again. Switch to memory. And there we have it. Now if you want to put a tag in here while you're in memory, go ahead and hit menu. Go down to program channel again. Channel name. Click on that. And up here where you see the lowercase, if you use the hashtag here, you can switch to all capitals or numbers. We want capitals, and we're going to enter Santiago. And you have to use this kind of like the old cell phones. Once you have the word you want, go ahead and hit menu and exit out. And there you go. Now to use the Radioddity programming software, just go to support, go over to Radioddity, click on it, then find the radio you need, and you can go through this menu and go quicker. We want the GM-30 Plus, and you can see here we have programming software. Go ahead and click that to download it, which I've already done. And if you lose your manual, they do have it so you can get a PDF for it. Once you get the software all installed, go ahead and start it up. Go to settings up here at the top. Make sure you're in the right COM port. In my case, it's COM port 4. Then you're going to read from the radio. So make sure the power on your radio is on and you have your programming cable plugged in. Hit start. And once you're done with that, you'll have all your frequencies. Now there are no names, so if you want a name, you're going to have to go ahead and put it in yourself. Once you've got all the names entered over here, you can input some other things, and we're going to put in a repeater right quick. That repeater is on Santiago. I'm going to enter the receive frequency first, which is 462.675. We don't need to receive CTCSS. We got to adjust this one, turn it to 467. We want 146.2 for transmit CTCSS. Power, we'll make sure that's on high, wide, and you can add it to the scan. Don't have to worry about DTMF or any of the other stuff. And we'll name it. And it's all set. Now you can add some other ones that you want to monitor. For example, we'll do the 2-meter calling frequency. Now you cannot transmit on this, so you don't have to worry about entering any CTCSS codes or anything like that if you were entering a repeater. We'll just name it. Then once you've got all the information you want entered on here, you go up to Window and you can do, this is channel information, you go to VFO mode. This is where you can make some changes, like how big you want your step, your signaling, your offset direction. Right now I have it set to off. This is how you'd want it to start. Then you go to radio function. This is your basic menu. Your squelch, timeout timer, save mode. Everything looks to be set up the way I'd like. You can change your power on display. You can either have the battery voltage or a logo. Once you're done with that, then you can do DTMF stuff if you need to. Now once you've got everything all set up, go ahead and write it back to the radio. And that's all there is to it for programming one of these radios. This is where you can also add stuff to the different banks, as well as change the name of the bank. Like here it says home for bank 1, which is fine. We go to bank 2, and we've got that one. I've got it set to Las Vegas. 3 is Texas, and 4 is Arizona. If you don't like what you've done, you can go ahead and hit default, and that'll reset everything. And now we're going to check on the power on this radio. According to the website, it should be doing 5 watts. The numbers you're going to want to keep an eye on is the 0.00. These large numbers down here, that's the SWR, and we're using a dummy load, so you don't have to worry about those. We're going to start with GMRS 01 on high power. And we're at 4.8. Let's go to GMRS 15. And we're at 4.6. Now we'll try one of the repeaters. Try repeater 17, high power. And we're at 4.38, 4.37. Not too bad. Radioddity's done a good job at this radio. It's a nice inexpensive radio. I like the fact that the power that it puts out is what's advertised. It's easy to program. I like the way the menu is laid out. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. If you'd like to help support the channel, there is a Patreon link in the description area. And while you're here, why don't you check out one of these other videos? And again, thanks for watching.